Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been coming over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming.
Everywhere you go, you can hear the laughter. Little kids playing, chasing after. Innocence shines bright like a built-in light. With their giggles and smiles, everything feels right. Oh, the joy of little children filling up the air. Their happiness, contagious, nothing can compare. Just watch them run and play, carefree and wild. Oh, the joy of little children.
Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Well, we all think it's possible that someone has your son, Katie May. Where is your son, Katie May? Who do you think has your son, Katie May? Katie Lynn Proudfoot? Just wondering. Good morning, beautiful people. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Let me try that again. It's 12:33 Saturday morning, Central Standard Time, June 14th. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, me and you. Hello, Dawn Emery. I'm here. Hello, 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 Millie, beautiful Millie. Hello, Janice. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? BMW Coop, hello. Mama Rissa, hello, good to see you. Good to see you. What we got going on this morning? Let's see what Black Knight says. I'm going to put this up here because this don't even make sense. Mama Rissa, why don't you? Yeah, come on, snipe me. Somebody's sniping right now. Okay. This don't even make sense. Mama Rissa, why don't you tell the truth and hide you and A-N-D, not N. Let's correct this because you confusing Smiley today. Let me correct you since everybody's so eager to correct Smiley. Yeah, keep sniping. Y'all want to see my face. Woohoo! Mm-mm-mm. Black Knight says, Mama Rissa, why don't you tell the truth? Ooh, everybody's messing with my computer. I don't like it. Smile. Am I freezing, y'all? Ooh, the truth is the truth. Let them chips fall where they may, honey. Don't y'all want to hear what Smiley's got to say? Am I froze? What the hello? On and off? Hold on. Y'all quit playing these games, honey. Better now? Is it all good? Black Knight, can you take the heat, honey? Can you take the heat? I'm good. Okay. Black Knight says, Mom, I want to know, are y'all going to let me? Okay, it's all good in Smiley's hood. Says, why don't you tell the truth in I think it's A-N-D, and 2002 are employed and being paid by Night Media to hush little baby word at night. You a mockingbird, and if the mockingbird don't sing at night, gonna buy you a diamond ring. Maybe like Kathy's necklace her son's gonna buy. So at night, it's going to anybody talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake. So Mama Rissa, why don't you tell everybody that? In hindsight.
Got a jackass over here.
Black Knight, do you know how freaking insanely stupid that sounds? Night. Do you know how insanely delusional that sounds? Am I froze again? Am I froze again? Am I froze? Millie, am I froze? Am I froze? Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, what about now? Am I froze now? I'm good now. Well, I don't know what y'all heard, but I want to know if Black Knight knows how freaking insane that sounds and how delusional that sounds. Do y'all know how delusional that is? Frozen? Okay, hold on. All right. Can y'all hear me or see me now? All right. Can y'all hear me or see me now? Ooh, I can hear myself, so I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what is going on. Okay. So I had to redo everything. Anyway, but do y'all know how ridiculously stupid that sounds? Yeah, I had my phone on in the background. Sorry. That sounds so stupid, y'all. It sounds stupid because if that was the case and they were hired by At Night Media, I and others would have done been gone and shut down. Okay? Hey, SI officer and everybody coming in. People's got to use a little bit of common sense and not listen to these. Because that's all they are. It's a bunch of jackasses. Okay? You got to stop. Thank you, Kiki. Yeah. And they will. And I know that you're new. You're just going to have to stop. You're going to have to ignore these people. Okay? And the things that's been happening, people going and putting out the bullshit and turning on everybody just because they have their own thoughts and opinions, is really ignorant. It's ignorant. Like I said yesterday in my live, I don't care who you agree with. I don't care who you are. This is not what my live was about today, but evidently somebody wanted to come in here and distract this morning on Mama Risa. She does not deserve that. So anyway, none of these people do. Okay. None of them do. And, I don't appreciate, because see, everybody thinks they know everything. I don't appreciate, some people, you can call them the bad teams, the whatever teams you want to call, the hate channels or whatever, associating me with people that y'all go after. Because if you don't notice, I have not been in those channels, and I don't associate with them. Okay? I don't. Because you don't know what's been going on over here. Thank you very much. And if you hadn't noticed and you've been doing your homework and your research, I've even called them out a few times. So thank you very much. Don't associate me with anybody. I'm me. And I go where I want and I do what I want. But I stay the hell away from some of these people. And now I see why. I have very good reason. Okay? I keep telling y'all I am who I am. Period. But I see, like Mama Risa and Hindsight and them, they can have their own opinions and their thoughts and theories, and they didn't throw out there at nobody. But then you go on a whole rampage and start calling out creators. Boy, you sound like somebody that did that about, a little bit over a year ago. You're sounding a little bit bipolar, honey, and you need some medication. I'm just saying. And you're even going to turn on the one that, like I said, you held your hand out and fed your ass. Stop it. Stop it. You're right about one thing. You've been on here at least 4 years that I know of. And your channel ain't went much of nowhere. That is true. Very true. Y'all need to stop looking at your numbers and how your numbers fluctuate this way and that way. That's not what I come on here about, though. But I wouldn't be surprised if, who was that just went after Mama Risa? Dark Knight or somebody? If that was them or their bulldog, as they call them. I'm just saying. Stay the fuck out of my chat, okay? I got stuff to do, and I've just spent 23 damn minutes on bullshit. Use common sense, okay? Now, can I get back to Sebastian? Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I didn't say hello to everybody. Hello, Little Red-O. Hello, BMW Coupe. Hello, Kiki. Hello, Tina. Mama Risa. Hello, you're very welcome here. Hello, Millie. Hello, Drew K. Angel of Light. I'm going to try to go up. I know I've missed some people. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Susan. Hello, Gypsy. Neater. Hello, Tina Girl. Angel of Light. I said that. SI Officer. Pebbles. Let's see. Grace. His eyes. Let's see. I wonder if CP and the socks are paying someone. And you know, that part don't surprise me. Oh, and by the way, at night, and if somebody's paying somebody, where's all my money, honey? Where's all my money? I wish somebody would pay me some shit, not for these missing kids. But damn. Shit, a girl could sure use some money. I'm just saying. Lord have mercy. I'm just saying. Lord. Y'all better open y'all's eyes, honey. Y'all better open your eyes. I told y'all a long time ago. Yeah, snipe me some more now. Turn it on. Y'all better open your eyes. I told y'all a long time ago. I'll open up what Smiley makes. All the way back from when I come on here, because 4 damn years I was free balling it, honey. All the way. No cash apps, no nothing. And I put out there what I make right now. I don't see nobody in here throwing a bunch of shit. Not to compare to all that drama bullshit. But I ain't counting nobody's money because I don't give a flying flip. And y'all shouldn't either. Do you, boo? Do you? But if that night and all these people are paying these people, where's mine? Just saying. I ain't selling my soul to the devil. That's why they don't come at me. I ain't selling my soul to the devil for nobody. And I'm a giver, not a taker. Fuck y'all. Let's see. YouTube. I think I done spoke to most of y'all up here until we got to that little cringe freaker. Susan, everybody, hello. If I didn't say hi to you, I don't want to get behind in the chat. And thank you, Kiki, for that. Love you, girl. Thank you, everybody. Let's get back down to it. That started me off on a bad note. I wasn't feeling good last night, by the way, and I'm sorry I didn't come back on here. But I did do my Friday the 13th recording this morning, just in case you didn't see it. I did record it, but I made it a Friday the 13th on a Saturday the 14th. I just changed my words up a little bit. So go watch that. Anyway, it is what it is. I hope everybody's having a great day. Mine is wonderful. Except for we can't find Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. He's still missing, right? Hey, Lakeside Lawyer. Hello, 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 everybody. Love you all. Love you all. I hope everybody's having a great day. I put this title, Let the Chips Fall Where They May, and let's speak the truth, because we're not going to stop looking for Sebastian, okay? We're not going to. And by the way, at night, don't tell me what to do. Mama Risa, don't tell me what to do. Hindsight, don't tell me what to do. Girl Mom, don't tell me what to do. Grace Paris, don't tell me what to do. My husband, don't tell me what to do. Okay, nobody tells me what to do. I'm just saying, I'm not being mean. I'm just saying. Sometimes I don't even think I tell me what to do. I change my mind 75,000 times a day. I'm just saying. I love y'all all. I'm just playing. Just playing. But I hope today's June 14th. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is not only my birthday. Tomorrow Summer Wells went missing 4 years ago. Tomorrow's Father's Day. It's just a bunch of stuff bundled up in tomorrow. But tomorrow is Father's Day, and I really feel for Seth. I really do. I really feel all that. Recently, Seth broke his silence, expressing his frustration about being left out of updates and things not being communicating, by the police. And I was very proud of him for that. He went and he stood when it was 450 days, or, a little bit over that, at that time of Sebastian being disappeared. And he's still awaiting concrete leads. I do too, Lakeside Lawyer. I can share his frustrations. I don't know fully how he feels. I can only imagine. I can imagine his pain. But right after that, the FBI has updated the missing person flyers. And that's, what I got on here. I keep on here, marking the first official update of its kind in this initial Amber Alert nearly 16 months ago. This renewed visibility, and it may help attract fresh new tips. I sure hope so. You keep going back to the picture with the young man sitting where it looks like a bus or a train station, the position of the legs, feet, and fingers. I just can't get that off my head. I know everything is so sad. Yes, put things in our hearts for a reason. Absolutely. I agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah. And Peggy, my heart does ache. Yeah. And SI officer, we're just getting tired of it all. We're getting tired of it all. But, something definitely, in my opinion, smells in Sumner County Sheriff's Office. It does. Something definitely smells. Why won't nobody else, even see that or try to even understand that? Maybe they do. Maybe they just don't want to speak about it. I don't know. But I see it. And it's beyond me why they're not helping. It's not because it's not helping the matter that they're not saying anything. Just like the regular person, if you have nothing to hide, and I'm speaking about Sumner County Sheriff's Office, then you hide nothing. It causes people not to believe anything. It causes people to stop believing in justice. And that's why they don't want to deal with the police. And I'm not just talking about in Sumner County. I'm talking about in justice, period. That's why they are scared to call. That's why they're scared to give tips. Investigators have avoided media engagement. They've avoided press releases and press updates, and that fuels the fire with frustration. The Sumner County's office and TBI has, when they come out, they have been totally vague at the very best. You know, no persons of interest. Everybody's on the table. Nobody's been personally named. Despite over a year, there's been zero evidence, but everything's on the table. No physical evidence, that we know of, and we don't have to know everything. The many viewers have pointed out that Sebastian's mother has not appeared, and this is our thoughts and opinions, and we can have our thoughts and opinions. That's not against the law. She hasn't appeared to advocate publicly or in any emotional way. Some feel she acts too calm or unbothered. Well, there's not a playbook on how you should act, but for God's sakes, this is her child, her only child. She's unbothered. Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers, he continues to go out there and plead and beg. And when he talks, you can see it's in his heart and soul. And when you talk to him on a personal level or face to face or in private when no cameras are around, you can feel it, you can see it, and he is the same. And he's out there fighting, and he's out there, confronting the law and everything he can do. And he's, going places y'all have no idea. And he's passing out the flyers, and, he's doing things y'all don't know about. Maybe we don't know what Katie's doing. But she sure has no emotion about it, does she? And she sure has no problem when she does go on media to literally tell false and different conflicting stories. And that is a real problem and a real issue, because you don't do that. And I don't care who you are, you don't do that. Hey, Reba. You just don't. That's not helping find or your child. So it makes it seem like, and again, it makes it seem like you're not trying to find your child. So the rumors of protecting people with connections, at the very least, that's why they're on, in my opinion, law enforcement, and their unwillingness to make statements and stuff like that. It makes the county look bad. It makes the whole department look bad. And if someone in law enforcement or child services are well connected to family, had knowledge, or made a mistake, they may want to correct that mistake. It's not too late. But it makes them look like they are trying to bury the truth if they don't. Or they come out and, they need to come out and just say, hey, that's not true. And look, I did say rumors. We don't know if it's true or fact, but it's okay to have thoughts and theories and opinions. But you know what is mighty funny? It's mighty funny that nobody, including law enforcement, is coming out saying that's wrong with receipts to debunk the thoughts and opinions that we're having. And that does include things that are being said. And I think, and I don't want to speak for them, but I think that is what they were trying to convey also over on the channel the other night. Because I've said it many a times. If it's also not true about Katie and Chris, if it's not true about Green Hoodie, if it's not true about Yellow Coat, if it's not true about the pink whatever, and look, I never said anything about pink or Yellow Hoodie or whatever. But look, if it's not true, don't do that. Oh, but I will tell you one damn thing. I will say this. You better tread very lightly, especially when the Yellow Coat guy is a freaking well-to-do attorney in Pennsylvania, honey. I will, Lakeside Lawyer, because that you will actually smile around thinking you're right and find out. Now, one thing you can't do, you can have the thoughts, theories, and opinions that you want. Just like I can about Katie Proudfoot. But I can't come out here 100,000% and say she took that freaking hammer and MURDERED him in the head. And I know that for a fact. And I saved Faith from this, that, and the other. Because you know what? I'm finding my ass in a court of law if I do. There's boundaries. You can't do that. You just can't. And I don't care who you are. You don't do that. This man is not that. And you're walking on real thin ice. And anybody in there egging that on, that's not good. That's not good. I'm not here to fight about that. I'm just saying that just popped in my head. I don't know, Mimo, in my opinion. I don't know this year if she did or not. Honestly, I don't know. But you got to be real careful with that. You got to be real careful. You got to be real careful. But I said rumors, and I said we don't know for sure fact, but it's okay what we know and what we have our opinions on. But it sure is mighty funny nobody's coming out to debunk any of that with receipts. Why all the lies and conflicting witnesses' accounts and silence from those in power, mishandling or suppression of evidence, online rumors, official communications, people possibly protecting themselves instead of protecting a child. Angel of Light, thank you so much for your super sticker. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. You know, Sebastian should be the only one anyone is protecting, in my opinion. To heck with everything else. I originally thought there was nothing connected to the Texas Roadhouse, but now I'm starting to think more about that video. Was Green Hoodie possibly working at one of those stores behind Texas Roadhouse? I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of stuff happening at Texas Roadhouse that night, in my opinion. There was. So I don't know. I'm just anxious to see who everybody thought Green Hoodie was or is. I don't know. I don't know. And believe me and trust me, everybody, all the Green Hoodie that everybody has said, I'm no better than everybody else. I have looked and I have researched and I have looked at everybody too, because you have to. You have to. But you have to rule them out. You absolutely have to rule them out. You know, could it be this one? Could it be that one? You know. Oh, but I'm going to tell you right now, when Mama Risa's showed, and I had no clue. I had never seen that. I didn't know what was going on because I don't go in there. So I had no clue. That one made me laugh, and I did put a laughing emoji in there. And I don't mean to laugh at nobody. I didn't even know who Mama Risa was talking about. She didn't name no names. Honey, she told us last week she was going to debunk. She didn't name no names. So I wasn't laughing at that person. I wasn't laughing at their work. I didn't even know what was going on. But when she put the one where the pink girl or whatever was said to be Clue, I had to put up a laughing face. And I could never see myself taking up for Clue. But honey, y'all, that is not Clue. I'm just going to tell y'all. I didn't even need my reading glasses on to see that. What? What? I'm just saying. This whole mess of Sebastian Rogers is turning into a crap show. And Clue didn't even come on here until later. And I understand. We ain't even going to get into that, okay? We're not going to get into that, okay? Because that ain't even where I'm going today. I'm just saying. Yes, there is a parking lot up there. There is something, I forgot what is it, some kind of, is it a medical place or something over there behind or beside the side of Texas Roadhouse right there? I can't remember. But it was something because we parked sideways like where that white truck was parked when we went. But there is something right there. I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, I mean, Gypsy, and that's fine. And I'm sure they're both in here. I'm sure they're in here. Everybody can agree to disagree. Nobody has to agree with everybody. Everybody don't agree with me. Some of my own mods don't even agree with me, honey. I have a real good friend in here that don't agree with everything I say, honey, and we don't argue. We don't talk. It's fine. People has to be adults. You don't go fire up no live and go batshit crazy. What? It's fine. We're all adults. Look, you don't do that. You know, and you know, some people are mods everywhere. Some people are mods nowhere. Some people are mods 2 or 3 places. I don't care about that, and I don't question my people, and I don't tell my people's grown. I don't tell them what to do. You know, I don't tell people where to go listen, and because y'all sure ain't gonna tell me what to do. And that's what I mean about just because somebody's seen somewhere, that don't mean they're in with somebody or you know. I don't understand what people don't understand about this stuff. You know, I just don't. Oh, Lordy. But, you know, the heck with everything else, because Sebastian he's the one important. He's the one lost. Not you, not me, not our children. Yeah. Lily and Jack, Summer Wells. Who's going to be next? And that's another thing. Some of us like to do different things. I like to do different cold cases and do different this and do different that. Sometimes I just like to loosen up. Sometimes I like to just share other people's things if I think it's worthwhile and something people just need to know. It could be a news article because people don't have time to look that stuff up. And sometimes I copy and paste the whole thing because people can't get into it, or they don't have, I've explained this before, they don't have the access to it or whatever like I do. I don't mind that. I don't mind taking my time to do that. Oh, thank you, Lakeside Lawyer, and thank you for being a member for 2 months. And it was so lovely to meet you. And sometimes I just think it's information that people might want or need or might be helpful. I was told a long time ago when I wasn't even monetized, and I just took my time to come on because people like to just, maybe they're sitting at home by themselves and they like to just chit chat in my chat. I don't care. I don't care that they're paying attention to what I say, as long as it keeps them from being home, older people or whatever. Some of them are just inbound and they don't get to get out and talk. I don't care. I'm not like, you need to watch me, you need to listen, block them if they're not listening. I'm not like that. I don't care. You know? Oh, Val, thank you. I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you do for the missing kids, especially for Sebastian. Thank you so much, Val. Thank you. And I appreciate you. It's not easy. It's really not. But it's something I love. It's something I want to do. And I don't know. Sometimes I hate myself because I don't think I'm not helping. I'm not. I just want to cover my head up. You know, but I can't do that. I can't. I mean, they're out there. I mean, I can do something. Why wait? Why? You know, why? I'm lucky enough to have my kids. I'm lucky enough to have my grandkids. I was blessed. Somebody out there's hurting. I'm not hurting. And what they say about me, it don't matter to me. Why does it matter to me? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words are not going to hurt me. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. They can sit on there and make their money and their content off of trying to hurt, or bully or whatever. But it don't, what does it matter? 3 years from now, 5 years, nobody's going to know who the hell they are anyway. It don't matter. The heck with everybody else. Oh, Lakeside Lawyer, thank you. Y'all don't have to do that. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. Shoot. I got to take this computer in there because my battery's running low. Shit. Hold on a minute. I got to move. My battery's running low. And I don't know how low it's running. Hold on. I got to move. Let's see. Hold on. Oh no, where's my battery? My plug. I think this is it. Dear Lord, where's my battery? Okay. I hope that's it. I think that's it. I think I got it plugged. All right, I think I got it plugged up. It'll probably tell me again. Lord, have mercy. Now I gotta go get my mouse. Lord, I forgot my mouse. Y'all, I'm so disorganized. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I like to just move around. Sometimes I like to move around. And I hope that got that in there. I think it did. I think it's plugged up. Okay. But yeah, Okay, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. But yeah, and it puts, it just, when they don't have to tell us every little detail, but if they come out and they talk about it, they know how to do that without giving pertinent information, the cops, like that. And, without ruining the case. And if they don't and they just shrug it off, in my opinion, that just puts another bruise on Sebastian, in my opinion. And it just, to me, and I hate to say it this way, hey, Daily Tab, hello. And it just puts another piece of duct tape on his mouth, and it just shuts him up and silences him even more, in my opinion. And we can't let him continue to be silenced and go unfound. That's just the way I see it, because from day one, this case has been buried in nothing but silence, shifting stories when they're told, lies, contradictions. We were told, think about it, that Sebastian walked out of the house in the middle of the night with no coat, no shoes on a cold night. That's simply not true. It's just not true. Let's be real. Most parents are in the street with a damn bullhorn, crying and begging and raising hell, knocking on doors, and you think that they're dying if their child is missing. But we have not seen that from Katie. We have not. And why the refusal to answer direct questions? Why? Why is that? Thank you, Ginger, for being a member. Love you. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. We all love you here. Only his mother can answer that. Only she can do that. And in the meantime, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, is still pleading. He's still fighting. He's alone, but he's still out there fighting for answers, screaming, knocking down the police's door, even when they won't come out. Y'all know he called them and he told them he's going to be up there to do that interview. And did you see any police come out? Did you see anybody stand with him? No. I mean, Tony couldn't be there because Tony can't be there all the time. Tony lives in Oklahoma. Now, there was somebody with it. I'm not going to say who. I know who. But there was somebody there. Tony did call somebody and say, hey, can you go over there? That's how the other part of it got recorded. But you know what? Where was L.E.? Why couldn't they come out? They knew he was going to be there. Where is the transparency? Where's the urgency to find Sebastian? Hey, funny face, Brenda. Should I get pissed off every time I go to Hendersonville? I know, right? Somebody knows what happened that night. Somebody saw what happened. Somebody knows. Somebody's heard. Somebody has kept it a secret for too long. These are the kind of secrets you don't keep. If you're listening to this and you know anything, I don't care who you are protecting. Even if you think you're protecting yourself, you're not. I don't care how uncomfortable the truth is. It's time to let the chips fall where they may. Tell the truth. Come forward, because every day you stay silent, you're hurting this child. You're hurting his father, and you're hurting every person who still believes in justice. Demand law enforcement re-examine the footage. Ask the FBI, why did the flyer take 16 months to update? If you live in Tennessee, show up, ask questions. Call your local officials, because this is where, if your child was gone, you would want the world to just shake somebody until they answered. I would. I know what I would do. I'm going to try to play this. Let's see. Hold on.
Since now, 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished from his home in Hendersonville. His disappearance sparked national headlines, but now his father says the case is losing momentum. With National Missing Children's Day coming up on Sunday, he is raising his voice and demanding urgency. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry is outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, where Sebastian's father made an emotional plea today. Caitlin.
Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers, was deeply frustrated when he spoke with me. He fears the case is going cold.
My son's been missing for 15 months, and they don't care.
Sebastian disappeared in February last year. He was just 15 years old. Initial search efforts involved local police, the TBI, and the FBI. But those physical searches have since shifted to focus on the investigative side. The last press conference on the case was more than a year ago.
I would love to see them actually conducting more searches. I'd like to have some communication on the tips that have come in just with me. so that I know that when a tip comes in, I'm not following up on what job they're supposed to do.
Seth says only one detective is actively assigned to the case and that he is often left to chase down the same leads, also sent to law enforcement.
We need more than just one set of eyes on this case, but it all falls on my shoulders to ask people to help find my son. My son means something to me. These people should be doing their job.
In his push for progress, Seth says he's reached out to lawmakers and is even drafting federal legislation aimed at reforming how child protection agencies and the Amber Alert system handle missing children's cases.
It's a federal oversight law on places like CPS, DCS, the Amber Alert, getting it redone and taking it out of people's hands that don't care about the children.
According to the FBI, an estimated 460,000 children are reported missing in the U.S. every year. Seth says every one of those cases deserves attention, including Sebastian's.
A parent demands answers. We demand answers because our heart is missing. He is my world. I need him. I need him back with me.
We reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for a statement. They assured us this case remains a top priority and said in part, please know that behind the scenes a tremendous amount of work has been done and will continue. Some aspects of the investigation are not visible to the public due to the sensitive nature of the case. Sebastian's family continues to ask for the community's help. If you know anything about Sebastian's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI. Those numbers can be found on our website at WKRN.com. Live in Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
Yeah. And he's out there screaming, bless his heart. You know, that breaks my heart. And you can see the full uncut one. I believe it's on his. I believe it's on his. He did put the full uncut one out. You know, it's a shame that they cut so much out. But to heck with everything else and every lie, every time, every lie is withheld, every shrug from those in charge delays justice, and it buries the truth deeper. It puts another bruise on Sebastian, like I said, and it puts another piece of tape over his mouth. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. You know? I don't care who you are. It needs to stop. You know, we have an army of hearts here, people with real hearts. And people are still out here looking. They're hoping and they're demanding answers. The ones holding secrets, speak out. You know, the truth has a way of rising up. It rears its ugly head. It always does. It don't stay buried. When it does, I hope, I hope the weight of silence falls the hardest on those who let it happen. I'm sorry. Am I a mean or vindictive person? Oh, I can be. I ain't gonna lie. I can be. I hope that hammer falls hard. But it's not up to me. For your sake, I hope you come on out and tell it. Tell it. Maybe they'll go easy on you. But if anyone knows anything about Sebastian, don't let him or anyone else suffer. Keep suffering. Break the silence. Come forward. Tell the truth. Speak out. You know the numbers, but I'm going to tell them to you anyway. You can call 1-800-TBI-FIND, 615-451-3838. You can call FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. There's so many things you can do to reach out. People, just do it. Thank you to all of my mods. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all the people in the bushes. Anybody coming in, anybody who will play replay. We never know who will see this. Who will see Sebastian's face? Put another one up here real quick. I like this one. I put this little saying up here, and I like this picture. Let's see. Done. And I put, my story is not over yet. And Sebastian's story is not over yet. And it's not going to be over until he's found. Until there's some resolution, until somebody knows. And I think it's better if you tell and you talk, whether it's you or what you know, rather than when they come for you, because they will at some point. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank everybody for any super stickers, any memberships, or anything you gave. I love you all. Be safe. Enjoy your Saturday. And it is Saturday the 14th. Yay. So we made it. Y'all have a great day. And I love you. Bye.